Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Comfort Level Podcast. I'm Maddie, and I'm here with...
I'm Sam.
I'm Callie.
These are my wonderful cousins. Today, I'm on a comfort level, I'd say 6. What about you guys? On a level of 1 to 10, how comfortable are you right now?
I'm pretty comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say an 8.
An 8, okay.
I am comfortable.
I'd say about 7.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, that's good. Okay, I got some good Am I the Asshole stories for you guys today. Do you want to start with the strongest one that I have, or do you want to get eased into it?
This is our first time, so I mean, it's up to you.
Let's get eased into it.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Am I the asshole for showing the kids what their dad did? Just off the title, what would you say?
questions.
Right.
I have questions.
Okay.
Lots of, what did he do?
Uh-huh.
Because in what are the kids' age?
Mm-hmm.
There's age appropriate things and then there's not. So maybe you're not bad for telling him what he did or telling the kids what he did, but you need to make sure it's appropriate for what their age are. And if you want them to know that he did that, you can tell them in the future, maybe if it's something comes up about why something happened or something like that. It's not something you should, it needs to be age appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, like, if the dad, cheated and the kids are 4, I would not tell them what the dad did.
Yeah, it's a little petty. Am I the asshole for showing the kids what their dad did? My husband was staying at the hospital for some health issues. After he got out, he started wetting the bed every few nights. We talked to the doctors about it, and they gave us meds, but they take time, so they suggested that my husband use adult diapers temporarily. He said no, and since he's too sick to do anything, I'm the one having to clean up every time. I grew tired of it, and he just kept wetting the bed and not even considering diapers at this point. Yesterday morning was my final straw. I saw that he wet the bed again, and I just went off. I kept talking, but it's like he wasn't hearing me at all because he just kept staring at the wall. The kids heard the fuss and came in asking what was going on. I showed them the state the bed and the sheets were in and said, "See, your dad keeps wetting the bed and throws a tantrum when he's asked to wear a diaper." They stared, and my husband looked shocked. He had asked them to leave the room and then said I shouldn't have done that. In my defense, I wanted to defend myself because I thought it was unfair when the kids accused me of yelling at dad for no reason. He said I humiliated him in front of his kids and made him feel terrible. I told him he could be less embarrassed and feel less terrible when he stops wetting the bed like he was a child. He started crying, saying he's struggling with his health, and said that I was being cruel and condescended towards him now, saying that I'm trying to turn the kids against him as well as shame him in front of them. My sister visited, and when I went and vented to her about it, she said she understood, but that I was still in the wrong for getting the kids involved. I feel conflicted on whether I did the right thing, maybe to get him to understand how this was affecting me as well. Am I the asshole for this? But then she said that her kids are 11 and 13.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. I understand, when you get so frustrated and then you blow up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I believe she's an asshole for that.
Okay.
Because the men, they're so...
Fragile?
Okay, yes, but they try to always be, have everything put together.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was very vulnerable for her to share in a spit of rage, not hey guys, I just want to let you know.
Yeah.
You might be seeing some things because your dad's health is failing.
So I believe that she was wrong for saying it that way.
Mm-hmm.
She can fault him for not wearing the diapers, right? So it's hard.
Yeah. I think she kind
She's
of
wrong.
was the asshole for that, especially getting the kids involved. But at that point, you're like taking care of another child, but it's
I
like a grown adult.
understand.
That's not fair for her to be like, okay,
Yeah.
So how
can you wear diapers? And he's like, no. At that
Yeah.
point, that's, I don't know. It's not like marriage torture, but you're like kind of forcing her hand. And I feel like the only thing that she felt like was an option was to like embarrass him, which is not right. But what else do you do in that situation?
if I was in that situation and he refused to wear diapers, I'd be like, okay, you're sleeping alone, you're cleaning up after your goddamn self because you are a grown-ass man. You can clean up after yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I the one cleaning up after you?
Well, I don't think he could get out of the bed at that point.
Oh, fuck.
Which is
See
why he was
that?
wearing-
No, dude, that changes it.
I don't know what it was, but it was some
If he
condition.
can't get out of the bed, she can put a diaper on him. Who gives a shit if he wants to wear it or not?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know what it was.
how does it get to that point? Like, if you can't get out of the bed, yeah, like, so what is his bathroom situation like? Like, does he need like a? See, I'm thinking too deep. Like, but I think she is the asshole in this situation.
Yeah. Because when you marry somebody, it says in sickness and in health. So in sickness, that you take care of them while they're sick.
But
I
there
don't know.
becomes a line where there's a solution to the problem, right? And that person refuses to deal with the solution at all. That becomes an issue.
He could help it.
Right.
He can help this situation. But I do not think it's like extraordinary for her to take care of him.
So somebody commented on it, and this one has 9 awards and 15,000 upvotes, which is a lot because this was
Gosh.
I got this off the subreddit as of like 5 hours ago, I want to say. So probably like when I saw it earlier today. And somebody said, I love to see everyone who judged you as the asshole clean the bed of someone who refuses to wear diapers repeatedly. And then somebody else commented and they said, this 100%. Family members are the worst caregivers, not because they're not trained, but because of the emotions and expectations that they can't turn off. Hiring somebody from outside is the best for all parties in a situation like this because it keeps the spouse from getting worn out and being forced into an almost parental role for their partner. They said at the bottom, this obviously relies on insurance and financial means, unfortunately, which isn't available who to everyone who might need or want it. But I think that's probably the best solution.
Yeah.
Because it is like a tough situation. I definitely don't think that you should have brought the kids into it.
No.
But also, if I was in that situation, I could see myself being so worn out that the filter that I had
Yeah.
for such things would just go out the window because I would
Well,
just
that's
be so upset.
I don't know what filter is. I don't have one of those.
It wasn't. She should not be shamed for it for the rest of her life. But she could look at it and be like, "Yeah, I was an asshole. I should have done better." But everybody has breaking moments, and you don't always behave
Yeah, it's tough.
in the perfect way.
It's tough. But
Yeah, I guess I was thinking about it in like he's a grown ass man walking around just being like, I'm going to work. I just pissed the bed. Now you got to clean up after me. Ha ha.
Yeah.
So that's like
yeah.
still in that situation I would, but I wasn't thinking about it as
like,
far
think
as
about
like
it if
him
it was
getting-
you. I mean, yes, you would wear a diaper, but would you want everybody
All
to
day.
know you're sitting there?
I wish I could wear a diaper right now. No, I'm just
You
kidding.
can. Nothing's stopping you.
True. But sorry, go ahead.
Callie's like, I'm wearing one right now. I have
She's
not
like,
left
it
the
feels
I'm a
couch.
CNA. I've done it. I've seen it. I mean,
Yeah.
I've cleaned people up. That's like literally what I do.
Yeah. Sounds like it's easier for you to switch into that role because that's kind of your job.
Yeah.
But imagine if you had to do that for Sammy.
She would whoop me. I would be, no, you better call CPS. No, what is it, grown?
But that's not
Fucking
like the
human-
comment about
Grown-ass
hiring
adult
somebody
protective services.
a
because
great-
She would beat me.
because it is somebody that you know, and you're more comfortable being mean to people that you
Right.
know, and it's not right, but
Right.
it's true.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You can attest to that. I am more mean to you. Than I, no.
Blink if you're being abused.
Shut up, Callie. You're gonna get it when we get home. No, I'm just kidding. Maddie's over here like, I'm blinking. Yeah, but he shouldn't refuse. Like, you know you have an issue. You know you have a problem. So him refusing is bad, but she's still
And it's only for a few weeks too. It's like the doctor said that they're gonna he's taking medication to eventually stop him from wetting the bed, but it's going to take a few weeks. It's just a few weeks you're wearing a diaper. Nobody knows that you're wearing it.
Men are so weird though. Like, they don't want to be emasculated.
Yeah.
Even if it's for their best interest.
But yeah, I mean, you're trying to like still be a man by not wearing a diaper, but because of you're doing that, you're having your wife take care of you and treating you like a child.
Yeah.
And you're putting more on her shoulders. That's not fair at all.
If anything, secretly wear the diaper without her knowing, and then she thinks you're doing great. You didn't wet the bed.
Yeah.
You know? That would be me. Like, I don't expect people to take care of me like that.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for labeling my drawers to end mother-in-law's confusion?
I have questions again.
Yeah.
Okay.
No? Just first thoughts. What are your first thoughts? No?
No.
Okay.
So, I'm going to go with no, because it's your shit, and if somebody else is touching it or somebody else is doing something with it, then no, you're not.
Am I the asshole for labeling my drawers to end mother-in-law's confusion? So, I have a really sweet mother-in-law, and we get along most of the time. However, when she visits our home, I notice that she goes through my drawers in my bedroom looking for a charger or something. I find it a bit invasive and embarrassing, especially when she opens the wrong drawer that would have personal items in it, like lingerie, and then goes on to complain about how uncomfortable it is for her every single time. We've gone back and forth on this, and when I stated that she was wrong for even looking at personal stuff, she said she got confused and didn't know why the drawer had the items she looked for. My husband suggested that I just bring her whatever she needs instead of having her go inside and look for it herself, but she never asked. So I decided to label my drawers, meaning I put a sign on every drawer to eliminate dear mother-in-law's confusion. For example, I put socks sign on the sock drawer, and then lingerie sign on the lingerie drawer and underwear drawer, electronics, makeup drawer, etc. You get the idea. The next time mother-in-law visited, she walked into the bedroom looking for something while I was in the kitchen cooking. Minutes later, she came in with my husband and asked about the signs I had on the drawer. I told her I just labeled each drawer to end her confusion and help her find what she was looking for quickly. She looked offended and said that she was neither a small child nor stupid to be treated like this. I said I was really just trying to help and also try and prevent her from seeing stuff that upset her in the past. She got madder and kept arguing and then left to stay at brother-in-law's house. Brother-in-law called and berated both husband and I, and husband lashed out saying I caused this mess and needed to apologize. Am I the asshole?
No.
200% no. Why is she going through
your things?
Your personal things. Okay, so number one, are you keeping your chargers in your dresser drawers or your personal drawers? No, usually a charger's out. So she's being nosy, trying to go through stuff. Mind your own damn business. Do you go to people's houses and go look through their dresser drawers?
And it sounds like she does it a
that?
lot.
And then things in their drawers upset you.
What? You shouldn't have fucking looked. I'm sorry.
Then don't go through my stuff.
Right. There wasn't a dildo sitting on the table. And then you get offended. That's different. You're going through somebody's personal belongings, like they're put away. It's not. And if you got offended once, then okay, then nope, I'm never gonna go look for something myself again. I'm gonna ask for that item, right?
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't offend me. I would be embarrassed of myself.
Yeah, like, and I definitely wouldn't bring it up to the person that I would consider that snooping.
Yeah.
Like, if I needed something, like you're saying, I would just ask. I would never think of inconsistently. It sounds like she does it every time she comes over. I would just be like, hey, you have that charger? You know my phone is always, like, low. It would not be just like, okay, well, I'm going to go grab whatever I need from your house.
Well, you hear those stories about, like, mother-in-laws being, like, so invasive and...
Yeah.
Like a mama's boy where they feel entitled, like they're in the relationship. It's the three of them.
Yeah,
I've never experienced that, but yeah, no.
I hope to never experience that.
Same.
I've never experienced that so
like
far.
I've never felt, so I'm at a comfort level 8 today.
Yeah.
I've never felt that comfortable to go into somebody's house and start going through their things.
Yeah.
Like if I need something.
Well,
and
I
just
mean-
randomly and not even telling them. Like somebody's working in the kitchen and you don't even like ask them and say, hey, so I need a charger. So I'm going to go look through your shit.
Yeah.
Or your stuff. So that's.
I would say Callie, but you two live together. So I mean, what if it was
She
like
won't.
our house?
No, she asked
I mean,
me.
you wouldn't even do it in Callie's room.
And even so, I
No.
wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't.
crap.
But I don't in Cali. I don't. But it's because I have like
you can
a.
cuss, by the way.
Okay.
I have like a. This is my space.
Yeah.
This is, and I don't know if it's how I was, because I was
Maybe
brought up
except
with.
for like my beer. Like if I buy beer, it's our beer.
True. True. I did drink 2 of your last beers last week, so this is why this is happening. I'm gonna need you to put a label on
I'm gonna
those.
label it Callie's beer.
Put a
Don't
label on.
touch-
But that's what. So when you first said the title, like I was going with that, like somebody's eating somebody else's food or like taking their stuff without asking.
Yeah, I mean,
Not-
it's kind of the same thing, though. I mean, it's still the same thing of like invading somebody's privacy. I mean, obviously, with the charger, you're not going to eat the charger, and they're never going to get it back.
I don't know.
like,
Maybe
food and
you
drink.
would.
Who knows? My strange addiction.
It depends on the person. No, but so that's the thing is like, so like, don't go through my drawers. You can go through like the closet. That is like anything in my room. Don't touch unless you ask me.
Mhm.
That's my room. That's my stuff. So now you know.
Go through it, scar yourself.
Yeah.
That's not my problem.
No, I don't.
You're gonna go through it, then you're not gonna want to go through them again. And
No, you'll just tell me that you're offended and then expect me to get rid of anything that offended you. Per this lady.
oh, I was gonna say what?
I was like, per this lady. But
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, I
Your
don't.
granny panties offend me. I need you to throw them away.
Right. There's plenty of those in there. But no, like I don't know why, but I'm very like, this is my space. Don't you?
You know why?
Because I never had it before, so usually it was like open territory. But like this is my stuff. Don't touch it, kind of thing. That's how I. But it's only in my room. Like you can go anywhere else in my house. I don't give a shit. Because
She's
if it's,
lying.
I was
She's
gonna
lying
say,
right
I
to your
think.
face.
I mean, if somebody was in your
unless you
drawers
eat my
in
food,
your room,
you eat my food. Oh no.
What
Unless-
about if you came home and someone was sitting on the couch and watching your TV?
sitting in Millie's spot, they didn't know about her.
You little psycho. You making yourself sound good.
No.
Top comment. Not the asshole. She feigned confusion to excuse her snooping. You believed and accommodated her, and she's mad at you for believing her lies and took her excuse away.
Yeah.
Boom. 200%.
Yeah, exactly.
So, our last story.
This is the most controversial, right?
Am I the asshole for forcing out a fart to get my mom to stop asking my girlfriend invasive questions in front of the whole family?
No. Oh my god.
Okay.
Wow.
I know what it sounds like, but I swear it's a desperate situation. So I, 23 male, have been with my girlfriend, 22 female, for 7 months. She has a visible scar on her neck, and she hates to be asked about it and hates to tell the story behind it. Believe it or not, I don't have the story yet, but I'm waiting till she's comfortable to share. She met my family several times, and of course, moms and aunts ask her about her scar like 3 to 4 times in just a couple of hours, then on dinner, then during movie time, etc. It gets bothersome, and my girlfriend would look uncomfortable, and I could just tell that question itself brings her sadness. I told my mom to stop asking such invasive questions about the scar, and every time she says, okay, I won't ask again. But then she turns around and does it. On Mother's Day, my girlfriend and I attended dinner at my mom's. We were sitting there in the living room, and my mom goes to ask my girlfriend about the scar again, this time with a bigger audience because the whole family was there. My girlfriend says she'd rather not talk about it, but my mom kept cornering her and kept asking her in yes or no forms. I was sitting next to my mom, and I forced out a loud fart in an attempt to take pressure and attention away from my girlfriend and get my mom to switch her focus to something else. I was like, whoops, and the family started laughing. Mom turned to me and gave me a nasty stare. It got awkward, not gonna lie, but I was desperate, and I couldn't really yell at Mom to stop and start a fight on Mother's Day, so I thought of this instead of making a scene. She pulled me into the kitchen and scolded me for what I did after I admitted that I did it intentionally. She called me childish and said that I didn't want her to bring up my girlfriend's scar, that I should have said that. But I did, I swear, like 100 times. Anyway, my girlfriend and I left, and my girlfriend couldn't stop laughing in the car. Unfortunately, Dad was upset too, saying I behaved poorly and childishly in front of the extended family and told me to grow up. Am I the asshole?
Absolutely not.
No. Especially since you
No.
told them to. But hang on, this is the funny part. Like, if you fart in front of your family, like, is that really that big of a deal?
Extended family.
What does that mean?
Like cousins, aunts, uncles.
I don't care.
Yeah, but we don't really fart around each other. Like, it's not like Maddie doesn't like let a big one rip.
No.
While we're at dinner.
In the middle of it, yeah, I guess.
But if you've told them several times, I mean, I feel like he addressed it in the nicest way.
I mean, he's a problem solver, you know.
Instead of just going, stop asking her. I've told you how many times.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't lash out.
Mm-hmm.
And how awkward would it be to be his girlfriend?
I think he like perfectly relieved the tension. I don't think he realized it
Yeah.
because he was able to. Oh, I didn't.
Wow, you see, I see what you did there.
Yeah. Well, because he didn't have to, like you're saying, he didn't have to deal with the family's wrath of it being really awkward, of being like, Mom, you need to stop, because obviously for some reason they just don't get it, and then he didn't make his girlfriend feel uncomfortable. He just was able to completely change the subject and make everybody laugh.
Yeah.
People did not understand the intentions, which is kind of good. It's just kind of a covert way of changing the subject. So I can't believe he even thought about doing that and committed to it. But
Yeah.
that's
Because,
pretty,
like, in the moment, God, I mean, he had to fart. Like,
Yeah.
he had to have gone, oh, let me push this out, and it will, like, perfectly be a distraction. It wasn't, like, much thought. It was like, okay, I got to muster up a fart to get everyone to stop talking.
He might have sharted. He
Yep.
might have sharted.
I was gonna ask, okay, if it smells, I feel like that's different than if it's just loud. Like, if it's loud and smelly, that's different.
Is that marriage material? Do you think that's marriage material for the girl?
So
In
I
fact-
feel like
What? I just hate farts.
she does.
I do. I hate farting and pooping.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess, yeah.
Well,
'Cause
in the
it's
way of like he's
playful.
willing to do anything to
Yeah.
help her out, but also maybe not marriage material, because even though you're a great guy, your family seems to really
Not
have some
be,
downfalls.
So yeah, I have some issues in a lot of different places in this story.
Yeah.
Especially if he. So number one, if somebody has a scar, is that the first thing you ask them about?
It's very rude if you do.
Like, no, that's usually not something like. It's like somebody having a deformity, and then you like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, what did you do to your face? Why does it look like that? Like, you don't call out people's like issue. That's just not. Maybe I'm.
That's like being
wrong
like,
for that.
oh, like, why are you so fat? Like,
Yeah.
when did you get so fat?
Because
like,
I
Why
like
should you look at me?
McDonald's.
That's crazy.
That's things that you don't you don't really
Yeah. Only kids do
ask
that
people.
because they
Yeah.
don't have a filter.
Oh
and
my
they're
God,
freaking
kids
mean.
are freaking savages.
They're so mean.
Kids are bad.
Why
But-
are your teeth so crooked? I don't know, because my mom can't afford braces.
No, but yeah, there's like definite issues. But I also feel like. So I'm glad in the story that he said that he did confront her about it. But at the same time, like, I guess not everybody deals with trauma differently. So it could have been something that happened to her was very traumatic or something like that. But in my opinion, I would just say it and get it over
If
with.
she is this
Over
like reluctant
with.
to tell what happened, it sounds like something bad happened, and it brings up. I mean, she hasn't even told him what happened. It's been 7 months. It sounds like it's something that's.
I think
personal.
she did. Wait, I think she
I thought it
did
said it-
tell him, but he's like, I need to get permission to share it, maybe?
Oh, I thought I
I
remember
thought he
you
said he
saying,
didn't even have the story yet.
Yeah.
Mm.
But so even in that instance,
Oh, yeah.
even in that instance, I feel like she might be trying to get people to be like, "Oh my God, what happened to you? Why won't you say what happened?" Like, like almost
I
like
don't think so.
I don't know, like it's okay. So if the
Not
mom
that
was
she doesn't even want to talk about it. Let's not talk about it. Let's pretend it doesn't exist.
and watch, guess what happened?
That's not asking for attention.
She was on a swing when she was a little kid, and she got tangled in the swing, and then that's what happened.
Your
Yeah, but-
thinking face is so funny because you started staring so intently.
Like,
But I thought you were
thought
looking
something
out
like
the window.
super profound was about to come out. And
I
then
was like,
she's-
what's happening on the swing?
no, I'm just thinking like, and
Yeah,
it's
but
something,
that's not your
but
place
here's
to say that's.
that's true. Like, it could be traumatic and it changed her life, but
Maybe that day her dad died. After she fell off the swing. You don't. I mean, the point is to be respectful of other people's boundaries.
And
If I don't want you to talk about something and I ask you not to address it,
stop asking.
I think it's disrespectful that you're not respecting
exactly.
I agree.
how I feel.
I agree, but like at the same time, like, so if I had somebody that was badgering me for 7 months straight about something, might as well, if I tell you once, I can get it over with and you're going to stop asking me so I don't have to think about that moment every time you ask me for 7 months straight.
I just feel like, I mean, yes, to your point, but if anything, that means that they broke you down then.
Yeah.
Like if you have like a, for whatever reason, you're like, I don't really feel comfortable sharing this. They like keep asking you and like berating you to the point where you're like, all right, here's what happened. I don't think that's going to be the end of it. They're always going to have questions, and then they're going to have that information and they're just going to start sharing it amongst their family anyway. I mean, eventually people are going to find out, but
Because, I mean, she doesn't sound like she's comfortable with them. I mean, when you meet your boyfriend's family after 7 months, it's not like you're super comfortable with them.
True.
So then maybe it's, it doesn't matter what it is or how traumatic she's asking them to not talk about it. They should drop it.
yeah, they should
But the
respect
thing
that.
is she didn't
She
say
wants to
that.
share?
She didn't say that, though. Only he did.
I think she said, I prefer not to say.
Okay.
So like, cause he was like, my mom keeps asking. So it sounds like she just
Like,
keeps being
how
like,
do you, if somebody says, I don't want to talk about it, I prefer not to say. So how do you keep, like, poking at them?
Well, it sounded like
At that point.
she was trying to just give suggestions on what happened. Like, was it a car accident? Like, yes or no's.
Oh, hell no.
Like I prefer not to say. Oh, okay. Like, was it like like maybe over time, maybe she left it at
just
that
make
point.
something up at that point,
Yeah,
to be honest.
yeah,
Just be like, yep, that's what it was. Okay, bye.
yeah.
But, like,
I can't imagine being that person. Being like, oh, like,
I have to know. I
imagine
have
like
to know.
somebody's boyfriend or girlfriend and you just badgering them. I just can't imagine being that person. And I thought he's not an asshole, and I thought he did a good job.
I don't think he is the asshole at all. I think his family is 200%.
Yeah.
And pretty sure we all fart.
His family needs to stop being sensitive.
So,
I think we
farting is
can
okay?
we can end it on the top comment. It said, not the asshole for using your asshole to make a point.
Perfect.
That's
All right.
great.
Thank you guys so much for joining me on today's podcast. I'd love to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching and tuning in, and we'll see you next week for the Comfort Level on the Comfort Level podcast.
Bye.
Bye.